God. Hallelujah. Come on, church.
Skit Guys is where we interview the most viral sensations that you've seen from the Vine, the TikToks, the Instagram, YouTubes, all of them.
Come on. And I know y'all, I saw your little comments talking about that's why y'all off on the last show. Shut up. I still got a show. But we got a new show, y'all. Skit Guys. I'm telling you, this is that thing. And of course, we have to start it off strong.
Big, big, big. Big, big. Big,
Why would you start it off weak?
big,
Right?
big,
You gotta
big
start off strong.
viral
Come on.
sensation. Darren Fleet, y'all.
Fleet Week. Fleet Week.
Thank you.
You know how rich he is? He got his own studio audience, y'all. Look at him in the back. He didn't give him no shirt, though. He didn't give him no shirt.
Hey, yo, you off the hook.
He
You
came with his
hilarious.
own studio
Already
audience.
with him. And look at the outfits.
Just rich.
Come on
Just
now.
rich.
Hey, yo.
Give it Beyonce and Jay.
I'm
All
trying
right.
Hey, yo.
I'm just trying to see what size shoot it. Okay, I just want to see. It's all good.
It's my size.
Well,
My
welcome
size.
to Skit Guys,
Yes, sir.
Darren. We're so glad that you're here with
Thank
us.
y'all for having me.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that.
I'm going to let you start off the questions.
Hey, man, listen. So we've seen you kill it out here on multiple platforms, right?
Mhm.
And we've seen you like grow. But tell us how you first got into comedy, or even before that, tell us how you first got into skits, because sometimes it's the skits that lead you into the comedy.
Well, with myself, I was doing open mics first.
Okay.
So-
You was
So
straight
you
up on
were a
stand up.
comedian
Oh, yeah, I was
before
a
you was a
stand-up.
content creator.
I was. But once you get popularity, as you know, from social media, people just deem you to be an internet personality. So once I started to develop my fan base with social media, I just started, reigning under that, umbrella of internet personality. I was like, I didn't care what they call. Nowadays, it's a little harder because I don't want to just be known as the internet personality, the guy who make videos. Y'all know how it is.
Yeah.
They see you in public. Ain't you the guy who make videos? And it's like, no, actually, I'm the guy who do stand up.
Okay. Comedian.
Yeah,
Darren
comedian.
Fleet.
Darren. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, someone who feels my
Yeah.
spirit.
Come on,
You're a
church.
spirit animal. Are we
Yeah.
cousins?
It's a Gemini in me.
Oh,
What animals would y'all be if y'all was
Um,
spirit animals?
I'd be a gay leopard.
a gay
There's a
leopard.
gay leopard?
Leopards are already gay.
They came in the print, huh? They came in the print.
I'm gonna be a bird though. Naturally fly.
I hear
But
that.
yeah, I started off as a stand-up comic who so happened to be an internet personality, but people didn't know me from stand-up because at this time I was doing open mics, and I maybe had. After a while, I developed maybe like 20, 30,000 following, and I was just like, oh shit, I'm going on tour.
Just a little.
Maybe
Okay.
20, maybe 20.
A light 20. A light
Yeah.
20, 30.
And I thought I was big enough to go on tour with 30,000 people.
And what you
That's
find
cute.
out?
Okay.
What you find out there?
That all my shows look like open mics.
Okay, cool. Okay, and we here.
Yeah.
Now, and what year was this? What year did you start making skits?
This was like 2016.
Okay, so the original platform was Vine
The
or
original
Facebook or
Facebook, but I was doing some Vines too. Well, I actually didn't do the Vines. People were taking like my longer segments and chopping them down to 15 seconds and making Vines. So people were getting paid off my work that I didn't even know. I'm like, hey.
So how did you feel about that? Because like, there's always a moment in which a comedian sees that they have a lane and they decide to jump into it. Like, when was the moment that you like, nah, I'm viral right here and I'm gonna kind of like lean into this piece?
Basically, what you're asking is when did I quit my day job?
Yeah. Okay.
I quit my day job. I was actually working in corporate America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a little degree, little diplomat.
Whatever.
Little real. This ain't comic money. This has always been money, huh? You always been money.
No, I actually wasn't really working. I was an embezzler.
Oh, okay. That's
But
cool.
it was still corporate. I was taking from corporate business.
That, hey, the way you gotta get it, white collar, blue collar, baby, is a
It's
collar.
He has nothing to do
true.
with any embezzlement.
It's true.
But
No,
if
not
you-
comedy, but definitely Darren Fleet did. Yeah.
Reach out to him. He got a master class.
And I was like, you know what? I can actually stop tapping into bank accounts now because I got my own.
Okay.
It's a little flex for me, baby. That's a big flex.
It was. But no, I actually knew I had something big when I did like maybe, 20, 30 videos, but maybe 2 or 3 of them had went viral at a time. One in particular, I was talking about a Barbie doll app that my niece had stole my phone and she created this app and it just became like a mind of its own. The next thing you know, people come to my page and they make all these old videos and this was like videos that I didn't even know were comedy to people. I'm just talking about my humdrum day. And they took those and just made a whole big to-do with it. next thing you know, I'm a household name, and I just kept it going from there.
Okay, so stop before you tell us more about your viral videos. We want to run into our first segment, which is called Going Viral. This is where we showcase their most viral videos. So you ready? Ready to
I'm
showcase?
ready. I
You ready?
want
Let's
to see
get
which
it.
one
Let's
y'all
get it.
Go
Let's
ahead,
see
chosen.
what
Frank.
it. It's the shoulders. It's the audacity of what's happening. It's the audacity of what's
Yes.
happening.
It was.
Now he pushed her down. Now he okay.
I hear you, bro. Hey, okay. I gotta really ask this question, bro.
Hilarious, right?
So I gotta give props to the cameraman too,
Mm-hmm.
cause see that's what another dope, integral part of these viral movies. Cause like
Absolutely.
it shows you what's happening, and then it goes back to your reaction. Like you seem to have always been the life of the party. Like has that always been your gift?
Yes, actually, and not because I wanted to be.
Word.
But like I would just not say nothing, and people be like, "I know Darren got something to say," but I don't have to say much.
Yeah, yeah.
I've learned that comedy sometimes it's not even in words; it's what we do. It's
Mm.
natural. So I just knew that I was comedy, just in body movements and things like that. Now the girl who recorded that,
Give her a little shout out.
I don't even, and I'm so sorry to say this. It was actually a fan of mine. I was in Baltimore at an
What?
open mic, as y'all can hear. That was definitely not Lisa Stanfield singing. No, that wasn't Lisa. So I was at an open mic, and I saw this couple up getting freaky at an open mic, and I'm like, who does that at a karaoke? This is not the bar for that. So where was I? Oh yeah,
That's
it
called
was a
love,
girl
though.
who
That's
was
what
just
that's called.
watching my facial expression. She was like, "Darren, you should see yourself." And then she just started recording me, and I was like, I couldn't cut it off by then. I didn't
It
even
was
care if
in
I got
there.
beat up. Neither mind you, Baltimore is definitely the place for the shit. But I was like, I don't care if they
You
do
did
see
not
me.
care.
No, I
He did
didn't.
not care.
And he didn't care neither. He was trying to get some ass. She was trying to
Okay.
throw it back. I was
It
like,
was a slight bend for me, and I was like, "Oh, okay, y'all freaky freaky."
yeah,
It
and I
was.
didn't like it.
It wasn't a slight bend. It was an encouragement. It was an encouraging bend.
It
Hey,
was.
And
It
inspired.
go
was. It was a
ahead.
lay your hand
Cause
on
you
the
feel you
back.
feel the love right there when the
It
love
went,
get right here.
but her look back
When
was
the love
her
get
look
right
back
there.
was confirming. It was like, "Oh, okay,
Okay.
real,
All right.
okay."
All right,
And so I was
Cornelius.
wondering with this video because I was like, it didn't look like you meant to do this. Like it
I
looked like
didn't.
your most viral video was one of your most natural videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Now, when did you know? Okay, I am officially a name. Like when was that moment when someone came to you and said, "Oh my God, you're Darren Fleet," like those moments.
When Tracy Morgan showed up to my
Oh,
shows,
Tracy Morgan.
he wanted to
I'm
see
gonna
me.
get you
Big up to
pregnant.
Tracy Morgan,
I'm gonna get
Comedy
somebody
King.
pregnant.
Big up to Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came to see me in New Jersey. I did the Stress Factory. He was like, I'm a big fan. My girl is a big fan. And then Melanie Camacho started hitting me up.
Oh,
And
come on.
What?
Big ups
the
to
cast
Melanie
of all
Camacho,
announced
one
some
of
of
Legends, the
those
those women.
legends.
queens of comedy.
Yeah, absolutely. And because I wouldn't have called myself a comedian. It's sometimes it's hard to stand in those gaps or fill in those spaces. So I was like, no, I'm just out here doing my open mics, and I haven't made, a big splash. And of course, I've been on tour by then. By now, I'm like 300,000 following, but it still hadn't clicked to me that comedy is what I do. I just thought, I'm funny and I'm making people feel good about their lives, but I didn't want to call myself that. When Tracy met me, he was like, "No, we watch you, and I love your writing and your mind." And I was like, "Oh, I'm a comedian." And
Good.
so yeah,
That's what's up.
it
So
was
with the
that.
writing pen, like you just made mention of that, like Tracy acknowledging your pen. I know that as a comedian, that's something that is like mind blowing, from
It
one of the
is.
legends. So how is your pen developed as a result of you writing these skits?
You know what's so crazy? A lot of times when I do skits, I don't really write the skits. The skits just are naturally who I am. Like I said, it's just a humdrum day. I could talk about just my time with you guys or in traffic, etc. I write my stand-up because
Okay.
I want it to be articulate. I want it to be smart. I want people to go back and hear it years from now and be like, you know what, that joke is still funny. Um, and not saying that I don't want that from my skits, but when it's time to do my viral work, I don't think about going viral. I don't think about I should write this down. I think about just being me, and the fans should see that. opposed to.
when you have a viral clip that's like going crazy, do you actually try to integrate that into your set, or do you just let that live where it's at?
Every once in a while on stage, I would say what behooved me
Yeah,
was.
yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta give them
Because
what they
my
want,
fans
right?
definitely
You gotta
love
give them
that.
what they want.
And it's just like a catchphrase. It's kind of like J. Anthony Brown, watch out there now, or Bernie Mac, I ain't playing with you, mother.
Yeah.
You want to have something that they can be like, oh, that's Darren there. But I don't try to bring what I do on camera on stage because typing LOL and actually seeing the crowd laugh out loud, those are two different things. So.
So let me ask you this: who inspires you on both ends? Who's your favorite stand-up comedian, or at least one of them,
Mhm.
and who's one of your favorite uh, content creators?
Ooh, that's great. My favorite stand-up comedian, I got so many, and I hate to do this, but the one who made me want to be a stand-up comic is actually Flip Wilson.
Flip Wilson.
Ah,
You
I
took a
like
Like
big
that.
Flip
Yeah.
ride.
Wilson. Because Flip, comics back then, like the Carol Burnett's and the Flips, they
Had to
knew
do
how to do sketch comedy. They
had
could
to do
do voice,
everything.
Yeah.
everything. They were comedy all the way through.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just one dimensional, kind of like it can be sort of today. Um, Now, as far as my favorite content creator, oh Jesus.
Just give me one. One.
Well,
It's
I'm
a
gonna
little
have to
keep
say
look.
my girl, Jess Hilarious. I love Jess.
Period. Big ups to
That's my
Jess.
Yes.
bitch.
We're gonna have Jess on
Love
here
Hey,
too.
Jess.
Jess,
Wow, we
She's
gotta
my
try to get her
baby.
on here.
come on over here,
Just come
shouty.
on over here to
They
Comedy
said
Hype,
bring
all
that
right?
ass here
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
DC
yeah, yeah,
voice.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anytime. You know you one of them, baby, so you gotta come on this show.
Yeah.
What do you think is one of the most false narratives about being a content creator?
That because you have 1 million followers, you have $1 million.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Um, I do know that it's a lot of people with blue checks that don't get a real check.
Mm,
So
mm.
you gotta definitely turn your following into making money. Um, and you don't have to make money off your followers, if that makes sense.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the, come in, let me promote your business type thing. You can actually have something to give back. So I realize that it is a 50-50 from me to them. I'm giving out great comedy. They're willing to pay for it. And even if they're not, they're willing to watch it, which means a lot to me too. So
Because there's so many ways to monetize. There's so
absolutely.
many ways, and it's not how big your video does. You really make
It's way
pennies
bigger
Yeah.
than that.
off of
Yeah.
these social media. They give us just a little bit. It really comes from your engagement with your fans, your merch,
Absolutely.
uh, um,
Who you are as a
who
person.
you are.
Who
They
you are as a
will rock
person.
with you if they feel like they know you. So
Yes.
that's another job. It's more than just making videos. And I think that's another false narrative. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm glad you know that. Come on
Yes,
now.
you know,
And you
I have
answered the
gone
question for
viral
me. Come
several
Yeah.
times
on.
myself.
So let me ask you this though, with you knowing who your audience is, what do you want to be known for at the end of your career, if there is ever such a
It's
thing?
a good one.
Mm. For being genuine, um, for being God fearing, um, and for turning negatives into positives. Because, like I said, I had a criminal background,
Mhm.
very much so. And to be able to do what I'm doing now, especially as my oldest sibling of my mom's kids, they
How
went
many?
from, see, now you all in my
How
mama's
many? How
business.
many? You can't just
My
say it and
mother
not give
originally
us.
had 4 children.
Okay. All right.
Um, I'm the oldest now. I had an older brother who passed.
Okay.
Um, so now, with that being said, I'm the oldest, so they look up to me. And from one time when they were looking down because I was making such a mess of my life, it is so crazy to just turn your life around and the power of fans and a fan base, social media. Us.
You proud of yourself?
Am I?
How proud of yourself are you?
Um, I don't know. That's a great question. How proud of myself am I? I'm proud enough not to go back to embezzling. So, yeah,
That's real.
I would say pretty proud. I'm also proud enough to know that every day is it's a given. It's a gift. Some people don't wake up, so I'm excited to just wake up and be able to do what I do and to keep it going.
So you had made mention about you being the oldest, right?
I
But you said
am.
that you had an older brother.
Hmm.
Like what happened with that?
Um,
If you don't mind me asking, I just want to, because I
oh,
know that a lot of times with comedians, all of our pain is used, like you said, to kind of be comedy. It drives us to be able to talk about stuff. How do we deal with our own? So I know that that had to be something that was kind of difficult for you. But like, how did you
It
use that?
was, but it was more of my mother's type of thing. That's one of them questions that if I was asked, I would like her to talk about because it
Okay.
was more for herself,
Okay.
you know what I mean,
I
than
understand.
myself.
I
Yeah,
got you.
because I wasn't even old enough at the time to know my brother. So
Mm.
Mm.
yeah.
So how do you maintain being a regular human being as well as being a viral sensation? Like what's the difficulties in that?
Um, I am noticed everywhere I go. I can honestly say that. But the way I maintain it is I act like everyone don't know me. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of times us as internet personalities, we feel like, oh, because you got 3 million followers, you got five, or everyone know you, but they don't. I love the fact that I can still go into restaurants and a person who's making my drink don't know me. As a matter of fact, I prefer people when they don't know me to make my food and drinks. I'm
That's
like,
real.
okay, I don't want you to put anything special in it. No. So,
Either
yeah, this
way.
Darren, let me throw in a little roof. I'm like,
Either way. Either
ah.
way.
So, that's how I look at it. I try my best to stay humble and like the sun doesn't rise and shine on my ass and just, go for there. I mean, it
It does.
does to a certain extent,
Talk your
but
ear.
if it ain't you know what I do? I like to go to people events that has nothing to do with me
Yeah.
and just be like I went to my homegirl's baby shower not too long ago, and I was there for her, not for Darren, even though people there knew me. But even with them, I was like, no, I'm here for her, and I'm here for her. So I try to make sure that when it's my event, that is my time to step in my light. But every light is not for me.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
You want to give people their own time.
Absolutely, because we all stars in our own right.
I hear that. And it makes you feel a lot more connected with the people around you who you really care about too. When
Absolutely.
you can not necessarily be the internet sensation or the internet thing that everybody sees.
Correct. Correct.
Have you noticed people who are
Or the
close?
stand-up comic.
The stand up comedy, because that's really what it is,
Man.
man.
yeah.
Your
Talk
stand up
about it.
comedy, like I've watched your set and like just the way that you control the crowd and like you have such a comfort that everybody makes it feel like you're talking specifically to something that they've had happen. You know what I'm
You
saying?
see
Like,
my work.
why would I? How you gonna be on the show if we ain't seen your work?
No,
Come
I'm
on,
just
that's
saying my stand-up comic.
yes.
That's
We
great.
watch it. Yes.
What club are we at?
Hey, there's several ones. I like the one in Denver. You had this like you was wearing this like you had a little tie over.
Uh-huh.
So you know what I'm talking about, right there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm watching all
Okay.
your stuff,
And you
bro.
saw me in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah, I like all that
Okay.
stuff, man. So
All right.
like I'm
Well
saying, like
traveled.
I just love how you're able to have your comedy even travel. Like you say, you're from the DMV,
Mm-hmm.
but you're in Denver making people laugh. You're in
Yeah.
everywhere making people laugh, and you're just because you're so relatable. Like, how do you take? How did you? How did you were able to understand like your relatability was going to be your strongest suit in your stand up?
I didn't know that. You don't know that until the people start relating to you. And people go through the same issues you do. I have people who meet me and be like, you remind me of a cousin that I have or a brother I have. And it's like, so I guess it's just about being honest about who you are and being personable. I don't mind being honest, whether it's happy, good, bad, or sad. And I know this sounds shallow, but honesty is the best policy. So you want to lead with that first. I can take an honest person before anything, you know. Even if you're honest about the way you feel about me and it's not good or bad, at least I know. You know what I mean? So,
Well,
That's it, man.
I think we should put some respect on my guy's name.
It's been
okay.
on it. It's been on his name. You know what I'm saying?
I think we should put some respect on my guy's name.
You got me
Now,
feeling like
before I
Birdman.
was talking about that before I get into my special
Are we
day.
done? Or are we finished?
Who hasn't put any respect on my guy Darren Fleet's name? Let's talk about it.
I mean, because
Because
you know,
yeah, go ahead. No.
there's a lot of times where old school comedians like don't necessarily see the initial vision of online presence. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
have you had any type of situations to where like they didn't see the vision and y'all had to kind of like have a discussion about it or
That's a nice way of saying. Have you ever had to check somebody and get with somebody
Hey, yo.
for not putting no respect on your damn
either way you
name?
want to answer it?
I've had a few in and outs. One that kind of crushed me the most was, and I didn't know what she meant by it, so I can't say she did anything wrong.
Okay.
Sommore has shared a video of mine one time, the Queen of Comedy, and it was a video with Meg Thee Stallion. I did something, I copied it, and I did it totally wrong on purpose. And she was like, yeah, New World Order. And she kind of shut the comments off so people couldn't comment. So it kind of seemed a little,
Like some shade a little bit.
a
too.
little bit. But it hurt me because I'm such a huge fan of Sommore is my favorite female comic. I just watched her last special. Oh, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
because we were dying about it, like kind of Uber Beats.
So,
um,
But
I'm
what?
a
do you think?
huge fan,
Yeah.
but she really hurt me.
So what do you think Sommore meant by that? Because we can take our own perception of a new world order. We, if you know what it's about, then it's pretty cutthroat, I think. But
The way I took
how'd
it
you take
was
it?
like how if women do it first, then they will do it back. And then seeing her last special where people were giving her a lot of flack about the LGBT criticism,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what she meant by it. So it's one of them things I would have to ask her
Yeah.
because I don't want to be that person to be like, I feel like you meant
Right.
this.
Yeah.
But I know comics are very strategic. So even if we do mean something shady, we know how to put it in a way where you won't know how we meant it. So I
Right.
can always say, no, all I said was New World Order.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how I took it. Um, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm a huge fan. Some more out of any comic in the world, when I think of when I'm going on stage, she's the comic that I try to more so like, what would some more do?
Channel.
Yeah.
You try to channel
Absolutely.
your
So I'm
inner
like,
Sommore.
even my inflections, like even the way I highlight things, you can say it once and then you can say it twice,
Yeah.
but you change your vocal up. I learned that from her. So, and we're rhythmic comics, kind of like Nipsey Russell was.
Like
So
the
we know how
cadence
to
of it.
rhyme every other word and stuff like. So I learned a lot from Sommore. So it was a little hurtful. I was like, maybe she not feeling me. That nigga
If
much.
if you
So,
if you could like actually say something to some more as far as like what would you say to her about that?
I wouldn't say not to her because if I was in Sommore present, I'd just be like, girl, you know I love your work, right? Because I
So
do.
about that new world order.
I wouldn't even
But
say,
you
you know
say
what?
something like
About that
that.
new world
Now,
order.
now, the
Okay.
And
D&D
then can
of
I
me would be like, okay, so what you meant? Like, but
Because when people got
the
little things say about new world order, I thought you
but
were
the
being cute,
stand-up
but
comic in me, I'd just be so in awe just to be in her presence because
absolutely.
to be around someone of that caliber who's been doing it that long, Samora is one of the only comics we ever see. Every time she do a special, it's always special because she doesn't give us the same
Same
comics
thing.
we've seen.
Never.
She always switch it up.
Yeah.
So I could never just come off and be rude or nasty. Honestly, it would have just leave my mind. I would just be so happy to be in her presence because I love who she is as a comic. I will never forget the first joke I laughed at of Samoa's,
Which one?
and I'm still like, fuck your bling bling, nigga. Can you
Okay.
swing, swing?
All right.
So she got
Hey
love.
yo,
Hey,
oh,
mine is
So she
cool.
got love.
hey yo, oh, okay.
So
Put
she
it
got the
around your
love.
neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Now, do you have
mhm.
any beef with any other viral sensations or comedians from social media?
Well, I like everybody, and I don't feel like none of us are on the same level.
I
So
feel that.
I wouldn't waste my time
Nice
I
beefing.
little
feel that.
flex for Darren Fleet
I
again.
wouldn't. I wouldn't waste my time
I
beefing.
feel
Like,
that.
honey.
But have you had any beef?
I've had words, but
Okay.
it
It
won't
wasn't
be because
nothing.
I take beef serious. So
Okay,
like, so it was just
absolutely.
like, okay, we're gonna leave this in the like section. So it's the comment section for
Her,
me.
her. I'm gonna hit me a message.
I see you out here.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
She's trying to get to the bottom.
She's like, who
So,
you?
Darren,
It's
how
our
do you
first
feel about
episode.
Who
such and
had you
such?
It's
fall
our
with?
first episode. I want them to be able to talk they mess when they come on this comedy
Yeah.
couch. You hear me?
Yeah,
But
it's all fun and games on Instagram.
even what you talking about some more, like I hear the reverence that you have for her, like the
I
love
love
that you
her.
have for her.
Love
Do you
her.
feel like the criticism that she was getting for the pronouns was fair? When she was talking about all that, you feel like that was like real fair criticism to give on her?
It's so crazy because I was actually talking to this with my friends before the show aired. I am a millennial, so with that being said, okay, like we grew up at a time where you was gay, straight, or undecided,
One of the three.
or in the closet.
Right.
So I don't even know all the pronouns. So I think that's more of a Gen Z thing.
Absolutely.
And not saying that it's just Gen Z. I'm pretty sure a lot of people, but I'm not a person who I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. You're a guy.
Yeah.
And if you told me you were they, after I've called you him so many times, and
Absolutely.
you still keep on trying to, I'm they, I'll just end the conversation. I don't have to talk to you at all because
Not
I see
one of
him.
them, not any of them.
So I'm like, yeah, he is him.
Yeah.
So after a while, and I do want to respect everybody, but I'm so used to talking the way I talk that I was like, I'm not about to, okay, now you're trying to control who I am just to fit your needs. And I don't want to be that person. So I just prefer not to talk to you if I got to keep being corrected or if I'm stepping on your toes. I don't
Now,
want to
do
do
you
that.
think, with you having your own point of views, especially being part of the LGBT community, because I know it's okay to be controversial,
Yeah.
but this is the cancel culture now. Do you still stand behind your values and more so who you are, or do you feel like there's some pressure to be someone else?
No, I'm still gonna be me.
Talk it.
Yeah. And I don't think about the cancel culture. I'll do it like Netflix. I'll renew my subscription. You
Okay.
can't cancel me. You can't cancel me. You can never cancel me. Never.
I like that.
All right. So
Renew my
listen.
subscription. Let's get to this game real
I'm
quick, man.
excited. All right, so especially with you being a viral sensation, they still got to put some respect on the fact that you are a comedian.
Absolutely.
But you got to earn your respect here at Comedy Hype.
Okay, y'all making me earn my stripes.
We're gonna ask a couple of questions, 3 questions. All right, okay.
I thought we was about to play spades.
No, because then I get real serious. Ain't no more jokes. Okay.
I got 7 impossible.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna ask you 3 questions out of our trivia game and test your comedy night. Test your comedy knowledge.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, name the comedian that says cops put a hurting on your ass.
Oh my God, I've heard that before. Cops put a. Say it like that.
You know, cops will put a hurting on your ass.
Is that Richard
Richard who?
Pryor?
Yep.
Name.
I thought so at first, and I didn't want to be wrong.
All right.
Richard Pryor.
Look at me.
You already know what it is.
Actually did that really good.
I did
You was.
It is the laugh part.
No, it was actually the cadence.
Yeah.
Go you.
On the show Martin, what does GTD stand for?
Come on, man.
You
come
know
on
it.
now. Come on now.
Oh my God, I feel
It might be a little hard. No, wait.
Scenario.
Can I say? Wait, hold a
At the
second.
courthouse.
Wait, I gotta say this. This might be. No, I'm not gonna say it. You should know this. Come on now. It's at the courthouse. On the stand.
Can I ask an audience member?
Oh, now he want a phone. Huh?
Come on, y'all.
GTD.
Yeah, they're gonna pull my comedy card.
It's gonna be pulled. Listen.
All right.
I'm just gonna give it a guess.
Go ahead.
Get that dough.
Get that dough. Is it?
Get the door.
It's
You know it's get the.
You ready?
Get the draws, dog. You don't know to get the draws.
The draw.
What does GTD stand for? Got the draws, okay?
I know people that don't get the draws though. I'm just being honest. You know, I already know.
I get the draws.
You get the draws.
I mean,
You get the draws.
he was
You get
trying to
the
get
draws.
to that early. He said, you know what GTD stand for.
You know what GTD. Come on, here we go. Now this one's gonna be on you.
He can't. He can't.
Yeah, you
pick
can
it
pick-
up.
hand it to me. Pick it and then hand it to
And
me.
then hand it to
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Your own
I'm
fate.
gonna pick one that I know too.
You gonna pick one that you know.
At the energy,
Robo
use the
shot.
chakras. Use the chakras. Oh, that was something.
I want the knife. Here we
Right?
go. There you go. You on it.
All right, bet. On the Queens of Comedy, what childhood toy from back in the day did Sommore say
Ooh.
What I told you? Okay, she was talking about a hula hoop. Then your homegirl down the block said, put it around your neck.
you how much he
Hey, John.
Sommore ain't no beat.
That's that energy I got.
better.
It's that
Did not
energy.
make this up. He felt
Listen.
Exactly.
Respect on my boy's name.
The way
Exactly.
that is made. Yes.
Exactly. Thank y'all.
Good job,
Thank
brother.
y'all so much for having me. Thank
See, you already knew what you was gonna pick. See, you was like,
I knew
That's
it
so crazy.
because I
And
love
it was
her.
like sticking out for you. That is so
Because
crazy.
somebody stuck it out.
Period. Hey, so go ahead and plug yourself for those who do
and
not know.
let me just say this.
What? Go ahead.
This probably is an opportunity because I think that might even be fate, man. You and Sommore might do some work together.
We will one day.
Go ahead, speak that out. Speak
And
that out. Go and
when
talk
she
to that
meet
camera.
me, she gonna love me.
Yeah.
Some more. When you meet me, you're gonna love me because I already love you, and it's
Come on,
hard
man.
not to love
Whether
people
it's
that
the
love
old
you.
world or the new world. So
Yes.
anyway, go ahead and plug yourself. For the people who don't know you here at Comedy Hype, go ahead and plug yourself.
All right, so I'm comedian Darren Fleet. I have over 3 million followers via social media, so I was hoping everybody at Comedy Hype knew me. But if you don't, you can follow me on Facebook at Darren Fleet Comedian. Instagram, love Darren Fleet, and I spell love the regular way. It's no other way. Also, I'll be on Pierre's show, The Panic Room, and it should be airing hopefully
now?
this week.
Pierre,
Yeah,
big
this
up
I
to
think it's
Pierre.
hoping, today, maybe. Oh, out now? Okay, look, y'all
Yeah,
telling me.
man,
look at
it's
that.
already there.
Exactly. So I'm on Pierre's show. Make sure you'll go and watch that. And he have a lot of heavy hitters. And also keep supporting live comedy and Comedy Hype. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for
Man.
coming to Skit, guys.
Absolutely.
Godz.
Thank you.
Skit, guys. This was one hell of a first episode.
It was
I
an
can't wait to
amazing.
see.
It was an amazing
y'all.
episode, man. Darren, we are truly appreciative of you coming, bringing your whole your whole guest crew, your
My
entourage. I mean,
Yes.
every
your
skit
seat.
guy got to bring that. If you don't bring your entourage, next skit guy,
You can't. You're
You
not a
can't even
skit
show
guy.
up.
you can't even
Are
show
you
up.
even a skit guy if you
You're
don't
not
have
a skit.
entourage?
You're not a skit guy if you ain't got
Got
no
the camera
phone.
guy, the makeup girl. I'm like,
Come
we got
on now,
it. You
we
know
in
what I'm
it.
saying?
Big theory.
So shouts out to them, for coming and supporting, man. Keep doing your thing. We are always watching and always supporting, man. Thank you for coming through, boss.
Thank you for having me,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Thank you, my
Skit
lovely.
God.
Do me a favor. Go on, check out Darren Fleet. Tell us what's one of your favorite, most viral videos that he has. And if you have some favorite skit guys, comment it below.
Put them in the
Let us
comments.
know who you guys want to see on Skit Guys next. My name is T. Sanders, and this is my boy.
The Marcus Harvey. And I got a cardigan on today.
It is
You know.
nice. It's the details for me.
You see how I'm doing that? Look at this is a cardigan face.
Y'all make sure y'all tune back here in Skit Guys, all right? Peace.
All right, y'all.